Virgo, hold your ground. Now's the time to defend your success from any and all who may be working to take it from you. You are unbreakable because you are at peace. Hello, beautiful souls. Thank you guys so much for joining me here and welcome to my table. If you're new here, hello, my name is Zachary. It's nice to meet you. And if you're returning, it's good to see you guys again. Pull up a chair, my friends. I did save you a seat. So Virgo, my Virgo friends and friends of Virgo, welcome back. I do have a message here for you guys today. As I said in the intro, there is a little bit of defense that seems to be coming up here. So I want to start with channeled messages and then move into the oracle cards and tarot as we do. So to start here, this is Virgo, a message in this. You can be Virgo, you can have Virgo in your chart, watching for a Virgo, whatever works for you. This is somebody here, though, that is feeling a little bit off balance, I feel like we're trying to tap back into our roots or where we've come from in order to feel safer with where we are right now. And I do feel that that's because there is a little bit of effort from the outside, whether this is a specific person, work, friends, family, what have you, an energy that's working against what it is that we've already worked for ourselves. So let's get into this a little bit further. The first thing that came through in meditation, Virgo, was thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Virgo. I went to this place of parents right away, actually, this gratitude towards where it is that we came from. I don't know if this is something that you do already have or you struggle with that yourself. There is an imbalance there. This does feel like there's an imbalance towards our roots where we started. The next thing that I saw was a walnut shell or hole, half of a walnut hole. So just a half was there. The walnut was not there either. As I'm sitting there meditating on this, what came through is like, we're the meat of that walnut, right? The shell that was on us before we came out of the shell to grow, to be eaten, whatever's going on with this walnut. That to me symbolizes a caretaker, a caregiver, a parent of some sort. This shell, though, is sitting there lifeless. And there's something about, as we're looking at this, we're feeling a pang of some sort. And this is interesting that thank you comes through. So this is where I'm getting, maybe there's a parent that's not here anymore, or we're just disconnected from family in this lifetime. Whatever it is, this hole is sitting there doing nothing, is lonely. And as we look at that, this makes us feel some sort of way about it. The next thing I was given was the number 9, which is a number of endings, okay? Getting ready to start again. Maybe you are a life path 9 yourself. Orange and blue I was given as well. So these are contrasting colors, orange and blue. This is also our sacral chakra and our throat chakra, or third eye, excuse me. The way that I take that, or throat, excuse me. Yeah, indigo being the third eye. Yes, so blue being the throat chakra. What I feel about that is, well, first of all, looking at it from like a human design standpoint, attaching a motor to the throat. Maybe you are a manifester. Maybe you're a manifesting generator. We could just be talking about manifestation in general, what we're speaking into existence. I do feel like something needs to be spoken about, potentially the mother being the sacral chakra, or we're being asked, or we're trying to manifest something, bring something into creation here, which is where we need to defend a little bit. And I'll get into this here. So in the Talisman Oracle, first card that came through was defense. So this is where we're getting the defense, y'all, Virgo. Maybe this has to do with a Scorpio. We do have the Scorpion imagery there. This person could be Scorpio. Maybe you have heavy Scorpio placements in your chart as well. So the encouragement when this comes through is to have a firm boundary, but the roses here as well adds a note of sweetness. So very like Queen of Swords kind of energy, I feel. We're not shying away from the truth on something, but we're also not out to harm somebody emotionally. The truth is important, but we're taking emotions into consideration. But this is where something that we are working on, or success that we've already achieved, we're needing to defend against somebody or something, okay? Wild Unknown Archetype deck. Next, the Sustainer and the Dead End came through. And then also coagulation here in the Wild Unknown Alchemy deck. So coagulation, actually, I'll start here. This is an earth energy, and it's also like the last step towards something. We can get stuck in this area. This card can represent a stuckness, but it's something becoming solid, something taking form. So I do feel like we're still in this process of manifesting whatever this is. We're not super safe yet. We're not out of the woods quite yet. We're still in this process of letting the paint dry. Our nails are still drying, right? I can't put on my pants. My nails are drying. Oh my gosh. Okay. So the sustainer and the dead end. With the sustainer especially, this is where I'm getting kind of like a parent of some sort or a caregiver. One who at some point sustained us. What I feel with that energy coming forward is there is something that we are needing to work through with those archetypes. It feels like there is like a regret or a remorse towards something. And maybe something happened where that makes sense for some of us, but for most of us, that's not really what I'm getting. It feels like we're being harsh. Maybe there is a parent that passed, kind of that experience of like somebody becomes more perfect than they actually were in life when they do transition. We tend to kind of look at things from that angle when there is somebody who's passed on. What I get from that is to just try to see, this is a part of like digging our heels in or standing our ground. Don't forsake your own experience. Just because if this is the case, somebody has died or moved on does not mean that that changes the way that we experienced something, okay? With the dead end coming through here too. This is a closed door, our final chapter. Like I said, it feels like something's come to an end here. The sustainer has come to an end. Or we're working to step into sustaining ourselves. Okay, let's move forward here, you guys. I do feel called to pull 2 here in the tea leaf. Okay. For Virgo, please. What do we have going on for Virgo? The bull. Okay, let me grab another one here. Interesting. The bull is do not back down from opposition, show strength and fortitude. Interesting. And I just did a reading in the Galactic Royalty series, message from Isis here. So if you feel that resonates with you, go check that out. As we're talking about mother too, mother parent energy. The other one that came through here is bull, plenty of material things. You guys, bull and bull. What? Interesting. We'll examine that a little bit further here too. I mean, the bull being Taurus energy, that Venusian energy, the bull would also make sense here. Lots of material things, that comfort, luxury, pleasure is certainly a part of Taurus experience. The finer things. Oh, interesting. Okay. So for those of you, I don't feel like this is for everyone. A part of your success here is having material things, right? Comfort, luxury, whatever. That's not a bad thing. That's not wrong. When we glob onto that as the only mission here, I mean, I personally feel we're wasting our time, but that doesn't mean that we can't assimilate those things while we're here. That is not a bad thing. So don't back down from that pursuit. Maybe a parent is making you feel that way or has made you feel that way. There's something wrong with you by, I don't know, creating structure and stability for yourself, especially in the way of finances. Get it, girl. Get it. Don't stop. Get it. Okay. Let's do the Wild Unknown Animal deck here for Virgo, please. Then we'll move into the tarot. Zebra. Vulture here at the bottom too. It does feel like there was a death of some sort, or we're in the process of something ending. But the zebra coming through here. This is a good deal of creative expression. Even being eccentricity here. I feel like there is a bit of like a cleaving energy that I'm feeling. Maybe this is a mother cutting the purse strings in particular. Getting to a place where you're able to express 10-10 on the timer, express yourself in the ways that you want to and need to. Some of you could be traveling. but I get like a good fashion sense, okay? And Virgo, we like to look polished. Virgo does like to be put together in their own way, right? What is blocked right now in this energy for Virgo? The fire ant. A little bit of anger. A little bit of anger. I feel like this is anger itself, but it's also the way that we express it, show it, navigate it. Maybe there is a situation, upbringing your sustainer here, where there was anger was not allowed. Maybe your relationship to anger is not a healthy one. And I don't mean not showing anger at all, because that doesn't make any sense. Anger is a corrective energy. It demands correction. It expects for something to change. And there are places where that makes sense. This feels like it's a place where it makes sense, okay? Interesting. What I'm getting with the zebra here, if there's something expression-wise, what I'm getting kind of like it could be clothes, hair, makeup, something about the way that we present ourselves, where we may be like, if you have the money to do that, whatever, right? This is for somebody where we may be pushing our means for the sake of appearance in that way. And there's something connected to anger. That's a part of that. Like, instead of expressing anger, we go buy clothes. Interesting. What is needed here for Virgo, please? The hawk. Okay. Shift perspective for sure. To be able to see the micro and macro clearly. So this does kind of seem like the end of a life cycle, whether this is for a parent or just a period of our life too. Something has come to a close, come to an end. Maybe we're being expected to shift our perspective. Like I said, when someone passes, we tend to go to the other side of like, they were perfect, they were an angel, when maybe they weren't, right? I feel like someone may be demanding a change of perspective here. And there may be a little bit of a shift that's needed. But Virgo, you're the one who needs to discern that for yourself, okay? Let's get into the tarot. I do want to use the Fortuna. You're right. So with the signs here, I do use 2 decks. We're going to use the Fortuna, as your first deck. What do we have here for Virgo, please? 8 of discs at the split. Work, passion. Could be that anger too, passion coming forward. Now, what's going on for Virgo here? Hopes and dreams. Hopes for Virgo, please. Queen of Keys, you guys. Queen of Swords. There's the Queen of Keys. I was just saying that. It's this energy of speaking the truth. So being in your hope here, exactly what I just said earlier. You're wanting to speak your truth or to stand in your truth. You're aware of what may be going on emotionally for other people, but you recognize that the truth needs to be spoken. The intention is not to hurt anybody, but we're not letting that dissuade us from the truth, either our truth. This is where we're defending. We're defending our truth and success, like I said. Maybe we do need to tell someone to back off, right? Get up out my grill. Let's use the Phantasma for your second deck. For Virgo, please. Looking at a fear. Fears for Virgo. Magician here at the split. There's a Virgo card for you. I feel like there is a little bit of a concern over having what it is that we need as we're manifesting what we're doing here. Maybe there was a complicated relationship with a parent, wheel of life, yeah. Something needing to shift. That has shifted, and we're finding ourselves sorting through, even though maybe we didn't have a good connection with them. Trauma's trauma, right? Death affects all of us. It has a ripple effect. Whether you loved somebody or hated somebody, it still has an effect. Okay. As far as fear here, please, Spirit, for Virgo. Justice here at the bottom. Okay. So I'm talking about balancing things out, essentially. That's exactly what this is. Disentangling from whatever the sustainer or this energy is that we're needing to defend ourselves from. Now with the zebra, maybe we just need to get the hell out of there. There is a fear or concern over balance prevailing. This could be a legal thing, karma, expectation of something balancing out. Okay. Let's get into this a little further. So general energy surrounding Virgo at this time. Nine of Wands, Nine of Candles. So we are feeling a bit of pressure, maybe even a little bit hopeless or aimless at this time. This is 100% a card of protection and defense. It is the wounded warrior. What it is that we are building is worth it. And so there's a request here to keep it safe and protected. Right on point here with the defense too. And I'd love to hear you guys. What is it that you're working on? What is it that is worth defending for you? What are you defending at this time? I do feel like there is a need for emotion to get moving. The motion of emotion, okay? What else do we have here in the general? Ace of Wands for Virgo. Ace of Wands. So that Nine of Wands, we're almost there. There's a request to like keep going. You may not be experiencing success right now, but what you're doing is worth it. Keep it safe and take one more step. The Ace of Wands here, we're starting over again. So I like to see that after this. This is a little bit of a glimpse into the future here. You will make it through the cycle and you will start again fresh. Back to the Magician's Wand here. Maybe this is the last component, actually. You have everything that you need, right? But maybe you're feeling like something's missing or your wand broke or you want a new wand. Here you go. Refilling the tanks is what I get. Energy coming back to you. Anything else here in the general for Virgo, please? Bread. Bowl bread and bowl. Period of prosperity and abundance. You guys... Well, this makes sense to have such wonderful cards coming through here when we're talking about defending our success. So whatever it is you're working on, don't stop, get it. You guys, like I said, I'd love to hear. Whatever you're doing, it's bringing forward this period of great prosperity. Yes. Okay. So good stuff. Let's look at the good stuff for you at this time, Virgo. Seven of Candles. Interesting. So here's you got both the Seven and Nine of Candles here. Both are cards of defense. The Seven of Candles in particular, this is digging our feet in. It's maintaining our position on the hill. So there is somebody working something, energies, peoples that are working to take something from us in the way of success. And I don't mean this to be paranoid, you guys. You know if this applies to you. You already know who I'm talking about. This is not a surprise, okay? But I love to see both of those have come through. Being in the good stuff here, I feel that you succeed. You are succeeding in maintaining your position. Okay, what else is good here for Virgo? Two of Pentacles too. Finding balance again. Like I said, whatever this ending is, relationship, it does throws us off a groove a little bit, okay? But we are finding that balance again. This feels like something where maybe we wouldn't typically dig our heels in here. Maybe we're not used to standing up for ourselves or for something. But this is a moment where we feel it strongly that I'm not going to back down. No, I won't back down. We're not going to back down. Like, we're not just being a dick to be a dick, right? This is something that we feel in our bones must be this way. What else here in the good stuff for Virgo, please? Valley. Deep personal strength and peace that assure success. You guys, I love this message. Success, material things, prosperity, abundance. So in the Valley here, and this is where you're holding your position. Because of that, I do feel like there is person, place, thing, vegetable, animal, mineral, whatever this situation is that's working to push back on you. This does cause a little bit of sweat, right, to develop on our forehead. It's not something that you would typically feel galvanized to stand up for. But in this moment, you do. Or you just decide, I'm tired of things being constantly dead end for me. Everything being an ending. So I'm going to start something new. Or you have started something new and you're like, damn it, I'm not going to let this get sullied. Not today. Not today. Okay. Let's look at what you don't see coming, what we don't see coming. I'm a Virgo rising, Virgo moon. What we don't see that's on the way, okay? In the dark here, what's hidden? The Tower. Okay. Okay. It sees you. So we are talking about an upheaval. Whether this is referring to, like I said, if there was a death, major shift of some sort, there's something that's coming to an end with the dead end here. Something that caused or created stability for you, that sustained you. Don't be afraid of the Tower coming through here. This is something that does need to come down. Whatever this ending is, what I'm getting is there's like that needs to come to an end so that we can see what it is that we're made of. This process of defense, 2121 on the timer, of defending what matters to us, our success that we've worked hard for. There's something about that process that is galvanizing us. It is giving us confidence, like a Queen of Wands kind of energy, which is what we need to step into to fully enjoy this success too. Okay, okay. What else here we don't see coming? Ace of Pentacles too. So Ace of Wands and Ace of Pentacles at this point, you guys. I do feel some really wonderful things starting. This is anything that's possible in the physical realm. So what we don't see coming, we may not see the Tower. Maybe we do. Maybe we're in the middle of this already. I think we're all kind of different parts here. This Tower, though, feels we've made the decision to bring the Tower down. It doesn't necessarily make it easier, but sometimes we do need to clear the board. Sometimes we do need to flip a table, right? Just got to clear it off. Once that all comes down here, though, everything is possible to grow whatever it is that we want. Like that Tower was casting shade in the area that we would grow something in. This is a seed. That Ace of Pentacles. Health, wealth, somewhere new to live, a car, land. It can represent anything here. This is the success, you guys. To start living our success. Ooh, I love that. Ooh, love that. What else here and what we don't see coming, please, for Virgo? Something about December? Interesting. I was talking about movement. Well, we had movement here with Zebra. What is it about December? Lobster. Financial pinch. Okay. You might feel a little pinch. With the Ace of Pentacles there, I can definitely see possibly a financial pinch. What I get from this, you guys, is actually more of a fear of this. That lobster being symbolic of human fear, like in the Moon card. Especially being in December, this could be holiday time, right? Coming to the close of a year. I do kind of get investments. Investments could be a little bit weird in December. I do want a little bit extra advice here, please, Spirit, regarding this for Virgo, for December, for the lobster. I feel like the encouragement here is to not let fear take us over, awakening a realization, shift, or discovery, and confession, releasing a secret, pursuing virtue through honesty. Interesting. For some of you, I feel like there's an experience where we're not being honest about what it is that we do want. Or maybe being honest with ourselves about what we need. Like I said, especially being around holidays here with December, we could go into overspending. If that's the case, what I get from this is if you're finding yourself overspending in some way here, come back to this place of, did you take care of this energy with the sustainer and the dead end? Did you defend your success? I feel like that energy is coming forward because we didn't at that point, okay? I do feel like this is avoidable, though. Excuse me, not unavoidable. You know, one of these? Okay, that's weird, but all right. Last piece here, and what we don't see coming for Virgo. All paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. And we also got messenger, serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. It kind of feels like, especially with your inner authority and intuition, because we're experiencing success here, Virgo, and December's a little bit away, I feel like there is an influx of material things, of money, that we're experiencing throughout the year here. I do very much feel we're all coming into more of a state of expansion from contraction. I do feel a little bit of a caution towards being responsible with new funds. We can be broke at any level, right? It's very easy to spend money. Just be smart. Balance, okay? Balance. Save a little, spend a little, all right? So our challenge at this time, what is difficult for us? The King of Keys. King of Swords, discernment. I feel that's right on, you guys. Whatever success we're experiencing here is going to bitch slap us across the face in the best way, okay? Not that we don't see this coming totally, but it's like, well, this was always a part of the plan that we would get to this step, but we didn't see it coming either. I do feel like we've been just kind of hitting the grind so much that we've just gotten used to putting in the effort to get to where it is that we want to go. That it's just kind of sneaking up on us. Here's your success. This is what you've worked for. This isn't out of nowhere. This is for those of us that have put the work in. But once that success comes through, the difficult thing here is being discerning with our new resources, okay? Not that it's going to go anywhere, but like I said, we can be broke at any level. All it takes is spending all the money that we've made to be broke again, right? Queen of Cups comes through here too. So there is a big note of intuition here. Healing, maybe even healing our relationship to things like abundance, money, prosperity. For those of us, as I was saying here, and what we don't see coming, that connection of overspending to not dealing with holding our ground on something, there's a component of protecting the emotions here with the Queen of Cups. So for some of us, I do feel like we missed the opportunity here to fully stand up for ourselves. Not that we missed it. We need to approach it at some point here, but someone's avoiding it. That's kind of what I get from this here. What else do we have here in the challenge, please, Spirit, for Virgo? Oh, you want that one too? Okay. Bird flying. News is on the way. Okay. Interesting. Carrot, opportunity or windfall. Guys, and wishbone, a wish is granted. Holy moly. This is probably the happiest reading I've ever done for Virgo, that's for sure. I still feel strongly about that, you guys. The challenge here is the opportunity or windfall. So much success, and it feels like financial especially, comes forward. We're not used to dealing with that. We got to shift gears, okay? Let's pull Medicine Heart Oracle here to close this message out for Virgo, please, Spirit. Last message for Virgo. Beauty of Ib, 14. Hey, and she's holding her sacral chakra there too. Love is the heart's divine elixir and a trustworthy presence capable of attracting every good and needed thing. Partake of this medicinal soul tonic within, attuning to its sweetness and relaxing into its generosity. The vibration of your heart is manifesting your salvation now through its magnetic magic, which so often supersedes logic. Embrace your heart and your path with love and positive expectation. Yes. If you are feeling maybe less than positive right now, I understand. We're not going to fake ourselves out, right? But working towards opening up or becoming flexible again to positive things, okay? We got some success, to experience. Virgo. All right. I love you guys. Please take care of yourselves. I hope this message is helpful. I do have links in the description of the video as well as pinned comments for anything that your heart could possibly desire. Personal readings. I do have a personal mentorship program as well. PayPal if you feel called to donate to the channel and support the channel in that way. Thank you guys to those who do. I love you. Please take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all very soon. Be well.